Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial-free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111911.
If your tap water tastes like lake water, then you need Davis Water Conditioning. Don't be a dumbass. Check out their website to find out how they can help clean the water in your home before it gets in your glass. Visit daviswaterconditioning.com.
How pathetic can some people be?
I was in Fort Lauderdale during spring break. I've never seen people so drunk in my life. Guys, you know, they have a testosterone imbalance to begin with. They're drinking tequila. They are seriously damaged individuals. They are out of their minds. They're all at the bar like, yeah! All right, I'll tell you a real joke. You ready for a real joke? Okay, here's the real joke. You ready? All right, here it is. You ready? All right, here's the real joke. You ready? All right, here it is. All right, yeah. Ready? All right. What did the snail say? What did he say? I love that joke! Hey, sweetheart. God, look at you. How you doing? What's your name? How you doing? What's your name? How you doing? What's your name? Buzz off. What's your last name? Hey, buzz off, really. What's your last name? You jerk. Buzz off, you jerk. Wow, you must be Czechoslovakian or something.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOC.
That is a fun spectator sport, watching really, really drunk people try to stumble through speech. It's great.
Well, I mean, just go down to some of the college bars downtown on a Friday or Saturday night.
Frog and Peach, yeah. Yeah, Frog and Peach is good.
Oh, God, it's so loud in there. I mean, it's almost too small for the band. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not hating. I loved it, but you can't talk in there. That's why everybody hangs out in the back.
I don't know. College kids don't really drink all that much anymore. And the ones that are left drinking, they're like the holdovers that stayed here in their 20s and 30s. And they built
now
up
they're
a
in their
tolerance.
40s and
they've built
they're
up
all
a
McCarthy's,
tolerance.
by the way. They're not.
Yeah, they're all at McCarthy's. And you don't hear that kind of speech going on at McCarthy's because they have tolerance. So
this
it's
is
a lost art.
Spring break. Cal Poly's on spring break this week.
Yeah.
A lot of colleges just came off spring break. I mean, they kind of float through March, right? This is probably the latter.
Yeah, I think
it
depends on your schedule.
Breaks. Yeah. And if you're a semester or quarter system or whatever. But anyways, this brawl happened in Florida, Fort Myers. You spend much time in Fort Myers?
Never been. Next destination going to Florida.
Don't go during spring break because
it might be
a mess.
it might be the permanent destination, or just a little town north of there. In Florida,
they get lit. Are the kids still saying that? Lit. It's fire down there in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Myers.
Now that you said it, they're not saying it anymore.
I want to ruin these things.
Right? No, I'm all for that too. Believe me, I ruin it all the time. I'm like Sigma
sizzle,
and my kid.
Are they using sizzle still? Was that ever a word? Sizzle?
No.
That's sizzle, bro. I'm gonna start saying that. That's sizzle, bro.
Check it out. You know, something that's awesome is Sigma. That's what the new terminology is because they can't stand using awesome. So I say, man, check that out. That's Sigma, and my kids get so mad because I'm using their language.
Would they get more mad if you made up your own or use theirs? Probably use theirs.
Use theirs for sure. That's theirs. They're not. I'm not allowed to say.
Hey,
that.
I don't have kids,
Sigma.
so you have to do that this weekend. Or this week, whenever you get a chance to spend more time with your kids. Just drop in a sizzle.
Should have done it last weekend.
That's so sizzle.
But my wife was really busy last weekend, or yesterday and the day before. So I spent a lot of time with the kids. Oh. So I'm actually pretty happy to see you this morning.
Talk to an adult. Fort Myers, Florida, big beach brawl on spring break last week. They found one kid just sitting on another dude's chest, just punching him, you know. And right before they could get to him, he stopped punching him. He picked up the guy's head that he'd beaten bloody, turned it to the side, and bit his ear off, like Mike Tyson.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, this guy's a real creep.
It's pretty odd. I don't know. It's like a local Mike Tyson or something.
He needs to go to jail for that.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
He's a dumb son of a bitch.
What, Trump was there too?
Yeah, he really was. He was handing out MAGA hats. Make spring break great again.
Your funny radio story, Jeremy. There was a radio station during the election cycle in 2019. It was a country station in Fort Myers, Florida. And they changed their format. It was a country station already, but they changed the name of the station to Trump Country, and they just had a Trump impersonator voicing every single element on the radio station. It didn't come back for 2024.
It didn't make it back. This kid was 18 years old. The victim...
It's a man, baby.
Yeah, that is a man. You're going to go to jail at 18. You should have done it when you were 17, bro.
Jack Turner is the guy that was the biter. And
JT.
The guy that was just punishing this kid's face with his fists. The victim's friend said Jack started the fight by calling him some sort of racial slur. I'm not sure. And Jack was arrested on the scene, felony battery charge. He was freed after posting $50,000 bond. Which is what?
Do you ever
$5,000 is kind of how that works.
Yeah,
10%. He doesn't have a job, so his parents covered that. Don't you leave your kid in if he gets drunk, beats the piss out of somebody, and then thinks it's a good idea to maim them by biting their ear off? Like, no, you're going to stay in jail for a while.
Yeah, I think I would.
Oh, he was drunk.
I
He
would.
didn't mean it, honey. Let's bail
things
him out.
happen when they're drunk. Yeah, you're not helping him out at all. He's going to think, hey, mom and dad are always going to bail me out the next time I bite off an ear of somebody. It's a weird situation. It's strange. I always wonder why the destinations that get picked in Florida for spring break are so spread out. You know, there's not like one destination. Like you go to Mexico, you go to Cancun. Or if you're on the west side of Mexico, west coast of Mexico, you're going to Cabo or Mazatlan. But those
Puerto
are like
Vallarta.
pretty much.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard some things about Puerto Vallarta.
Well, I mean, people still go.
Yeah, a lot of opium and drug cartels and things like that. But in Florida, it is so there's Panama City, there's Clearwater, there's St. Pete Beach, there's Fort Lauderdale, there's Miami Beach,
Homosassa.
There's Destin. Did I say Panama City?
Yeah.
Okay. Like there's like 5 or 6. Like how do you determine if you're from the South? It's SEC and ACC schools that are going to Florida for spring break. How do you determine? Okay, that's the best one. You know? You ever think about that? Like what? I don't know. I've been to some beach towns in Florida. I think the best is St. Pete Beach. Second best is Clearwater, right up the street.
A lot of options. I don't know. Never been.
Maybe you just kind of price check it. And you're like, okay, that's the cheapest. I'm going to go there.
Where's the best place to go in Florida? You said you visited in northern Florida.
St. Pete.
Northeastern?
St. Pete. Oh, northeastern Florida.
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine. Yeah. But not a good spring break destination.
Oh, I'm not going on spring break, so I'm done doing that. I did that.
Good. I would think you were a creep if you did.
Congratulations to Jack Turner for biting off somebody's ear. You're Jeff and Jeremy's.
Enrich your life. California DRE 01111911.